What's up, everybody? Nonpon here. Today, we're not going to train in Unamusume, but instead, I want to give you guys a blueprint of what to prepare for the first upcoming Champions Meet. If you don't know what Champions Meet is, kind of like a raid mode, like it's like the big event that matters, and the only thing that matters is if your horse girl crosses the finish line before everybody else. And team trials, your placement matters, so like first, second, and third. But in this one, as long as you get that W, that's it. So it's a really fun upcoming event. I'm personally really excited for it, and I want to help you guys out and kind of give you something that's digestible and not like a long training thing this time around. So look, I believe in surrounding myself with smart people because I understand that I don't want to try to pretend to know what I don't know, but I will learn fast. So I'm pulling up the doc again, right? And this is a night mode, I'm sorry, but the upcoming Champions Meet is probably going to be Tokyo at 2400 meters, right? That's what it was like on the JP side. If they're going to mirror everything, we're just going to make a cold assumption that this is what it is. If it's not, I'll make an update video. But for now, focus on a 2400 meter, which is a medium distance race, right? But there's a couple other things you want to watch out for. Like nice nature's breaking your legs, and we'll get to that. So I was reading more. I was like, because I love this document, man. It's like a magazine that I keep reading and getting more and more information on. So they have suggestions for stamina and golds. You've seen a chart like this before. Honestly, I'm just gonna use the chart we have here, and I'm also gonna be using a race simulation. That was part of the document, so a lot of useful tools. There's also one more useful tool that I use all the time, and like I said, I believe in surrounding myself in smart people. Yurakagi, dude, I love this channel. It's not in my native language. Yurakagi, if you're watching this, turn on auto dub if you can. But your videos, I really like them. I think they deserve more exposure. Very intelligent player, so do appreciate that. And I was watching some of his videos too about like which support cards to use and how much stats they can provide. Because right now, I would say in Unamusume, at least right now on the global side, it's more about stat sticking, right? In JP, they actually take into account like different types of skills, right? And how to proc those skills. So like for example, like right over here, I'll show you the Maya Top Gun, right? The Maya Top Gun SR card, if you have it, it's pretty good, actually. It's like really, really good, because it has some busted skills that many Umas want, and you're gonna get a bunch of discounts, right? It's a very good card, but it's not very good in global right now, because the only thing that really matters in global, at least for Champions Meet, is going to be as much stat sticking as you can get, right? So the thing about the Maya Top Gun card is that you don't get too much stamina from it. You don't get much mileage for stats, but you do get a lot of good skills. So like you got Corner Adept, right? That's a good discount that you want. Shoryori Recovery, it's okay, right? Shoryori Adept, pretty good, right? Noble Navigator can link up to Tactician, right? Some really good skills. And then you also have like decent events. Over here, you have Shoryori Adept. And then you have one of my most favorite skills. It has focus, so if you ever have a late start, you're good. So really like this card, but this is my issue, is that I was using it to make a parent. Oh, by the way, I got my first 9-star parent. We'll get to that later. So the thing is that if I go back to his channel here, like I took some screenshots. By the way, please subscribe to this guy. Over here on speed and stamina, right? These are like the mileage you would get for which cards you use, right? Just pure mileage when it comes to stats. Now, keep in mind, like over here, even though the Maya Top Gun at maximum break has a mileage of like 42, it doesn't make it bad. It has some busted skills, but you can see here on stamina, like the McQueen card's pretty decent. Super Creek's busted. Satano Diamond, actually, if you get that capped out, that's pretty decent, honestly. But this is very useful. So this kind of gives you an idea of like, oh, which card should I use at what SR level? And it's very useful, right? It's a very useful Excel sheet. And I thank you so much for making this, right? So this is what I'm doing, right? I'm kind of like trying to plan out my blueprint for what I need for Champions Meet. And I know I'm going to need very distinctive stats for it, right? So one thing that the doc suggests is one thing specifically is Maya Top Gun late surger, right? Now, if you don't know, Maya can actually do like any position. It's pretty cool. She's very adaptable. And the reason why, hold on, let me get to her. The reason why we want to run her as a late surger is going to be because in Champions Meet, you're going to see nice natures everywhere, right? You're going to see a bunch of nice natures that are going to eat up your stamina as much as possible. See, she's a late over here. So like any position she's good at, even if it's just a B. Because the thing about nice nature is that she kind of debuffs everybody in front of her. And if you're like right next to her, because she's also a late surger, let me go over to enhance over here. I'll show you what I mean. She has, I believe it's all seeing eye. And I'll be making a video on nice nature later because I'm going to be using her in Champions Meet myself. But all seeing eye, it's such a busted skill because it activates like at the very end of the race where everyone's all tired. Like this skill will activate at the end where like you have no room for any stamina recovery. Right? Like it activates so late into the race that even if you are like, you know, using Maestro or whatever, it's going to eat you alive if you don't have enough. So it's really, really good. But you know, you kind of want to be away from that if you can, right? You kind of want to be away from that as far as you can. But yeah, Star's other runners late race. It's pretty good. But anyway, we want to make a Maya Top Gun late. And this is something that's very interesting because I know I just told you guys that I don't want to use, well, it's not like I don't want to use, but I know in global we use stat 6 more than skills, but now this is where I'm going to like flip the script because there is a card that you're going to want to use if you're going to run a late surger, right? If you're going to run a late surger. And that's what's it called? Let me show it here. I forget what the name is. It's like she has like bed hair or something. Let's see here. It has so many good late surger skills. And I really like it. Oh, over here. Right? What's her name? Eshin Flash. So over here, man, she's got like straightaway acceleration. It's pretty decent. Late surger straightaways. Really good. Late surger's corners. Also pretty good. Fighter. Pretty good for a late surger. So it's like, even though like on this sheet over here, I see like instant flash kind of like falls behind. Unless you get her, you know, MLB'd, which cool if you eventually get that. You know, if you used all your keys on black pools and got it, it's still decent. But this is still going to be really, really good for like a late surger Top Gun, right? That can stay far in the back, avoid the mess up front of all the nice natures, and kind of just go from there, right? So that's something I want to try out, right? I'm going to be building a Top Gun as a late surger if I can, but I also have to build a Top Gun with like medium distance at the same time, right? So what I'm probably going to do here is, let me go ahead and just like start a campaign. I'm not going to like do a full training today. I'm also like very close to camping out on my stamina. Let's see, right? Let's see what I would do in a situation like this. Oh, and I can show you guys my 9-star parent that I finally got. Hey, you guys want to see that? You'll never guess who it was. You'll never guess. It was actually, it was Rudolph. It was Rudolph. I couldn't believe it. Not the best sparks. It is what it is, but I'm thankful regardless. And it rolled on speed. Where did she go? There she is. So we got her, right? She did get corner recovery, and I had no other skill points besides just to put into front runner, because she got front runner in her campaign. So sure, I don't know if like a front runner can really use her skill because you have to pass people for it. It is what it is, but still, speed and medium, speed and pace chaser, power and mile. So like, hey, you know what? I really like this. So this has speed and medium, right? And I know that the Tokyo race, right, is going to be a medium. So we're going to need to really like plan ahead of what stamina we're going to need here. So over here on the doc, actually, I don't know why I closed that. Over here in the document here, it's saying that if we're going to run her as a late surger, right, we'll need about 950 stamina, 750 if we have a gold, and that's only if we have 400 guts. Guys, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I don't be getting 400 guts. You ever have that moment? I don't know if you guys notice it, but like if I bind a gold skill, I'm going to be honest, man. If I am a late surger and I get 750 stamina, bro, my guts is like 200 or 300 at that point. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Unless I'm doing something wrong, but like, the guts is good as a second form of stamina up to a point, right? It's when you pass a threshold where it becomes bad, but it's like another form of stamina that you can't really ignore. It's just there on the side, but I'm really gonna have to think about that, right? So in this case, what I'm gonna do in the future is I'm gonna cover the Top Gun, right? I'm gonna cover Maya Top Gun late here, just give you a blueprint, and then I'll cover the Nice Nature and Martin Zinski. Maybe, I think I'll more so flex this because I don't think everyone has Martin Zinski here. Probably think of a different character, but I know that most people have a Top Gun and a Nice Nature, right? Sure. All right, cool. So our goal is to at least get 1 gold skill and maybe just a little bit more stamina in case a Nice Nature tries to break our legs. Because she'll make sure she does it, right? I know as a late searcher, I'm gonna be kind of on the down low, but you never know, man. You know, people might be throwing out a bunch of debuffs. Speaking of debuffs, by the way, a little side tangent here. If you guys didn't know, the Rudolph card over here, the rare version of this Rudolph card, is really mean. It's just a rare version. Look at these debuffs. Look at this, man. Why does this have 5 debuffs to ruin someone's day? That is crazy, right? Okay, so I have my first 9-star parent here. I have a Rudolph. I don't think I can borrow anyone today. I think I got all my borrows. Oh, I have 1 more borrow I can do. Okay. So let's see. I already have a medium here. So after this, we'll like think of our deck here that we'll do. So Rudolph or Geary. Honestly, as a late surger, Maya as a late surger with Rudolph's skill, actually, that's not too bad. So we're gonna try to find a parent that isn't Rudolph or isn't Orgiri. All right, we're gonna try to find that. I think Orgiri's skill is pretty decent as a late surger. I'm pretty sure it can still be used that way. However, God, there's not that many parents that can be a late surger. I feel like I'm not too sure, especially the ones I follow. I'm not sure at all. But regardless, we're looking for something that has mediums, right? Mediums or turfs, because the most important thing is to make sure that when you're doing your champions meet, that you get that medium distance to S. I cannot exaggerate enough of how important that's going to be if you are planning for champions meet, right? If you're just playing it casually, that's okay. But the thing is that a distance is like literally a difference of like 5 to 10% more speed. Like, it is insane, right? It is like the most important aptitude to go for. In a medium distance race, maybe turf too, because that's going to increase your acceleration. Style, I don't really have to commit to a late style. It could help, right? I can bump it up to A if I want to. But the most important thing is medium to S. Turf is a second priority. If we get style to late, sure, that's fine. But who are we going to use, actually? That's an excellent question. I have plenty of characters here that are 9 stars, but let me look at their affinity bonus so I can get more stats here. Let's see, is there anyone here? So I could use this McQueen here. What's this McQueen have? This McQueen has Opera? Can Opera be used as I don't know. But she does have an enclosure skill. That's not going to help me. That's not mediums, right? That's not mediums. How about this one here? Pace Chaser has a medium in power, has a special weak down here that could help out. Honestly, not too bad. Has corner recovery here, so Swinging Maestro will become cheaper. Because if you guys don't know, you have to buy corner recovery before you buy Swinging Maestro, which this is what you're going to want. So having more discounts on corner recovery is just going to make that cheaper in the long run. Really good to have. How about this one? Let's see. Power, Pace Chaser. I'm looking for some mediums, girls. I need some mediums. I have a turf. We have a turf here. Tokai Teo medium. And then stamina as a Pace Chaser. Honestly, I might go with this one. I don't think she can really use these skills though. But having a medium and a turf here is not too bad. Do I have a turf on my side? No, I just have Miles. Let's see over here. How about this one? Guts. Oh, this is my guts parent. Oh, hold on. Don't worry. That's a future thing. Don't worry about that one. Front runner. This skill is really good for a lot of people. Redshift. But not what I'm looking for right now. Let's see. This is my last one I could probably borrow here. Stamina, long. Okay, I think I have my decision thing. I think I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna pick this one for the stamina check. I don't have to worry about it too much. We do have a turf up here. Non-snare distance. Is it a non-snare distance? No, it's 2400, so that won't matter. But still, this is a pretty decent pair. I'm gonna pick this one. Right? So, in this one we have 42 speed, 63 stamina, 21 power. Not too bad, especially since I'm going to go for max power. I'm sorry, max speed. So my power is going to be bumped up at least a little bit more. And then stamina kind of like works on itself, because how much stamina was that again? Let me double check. As a late surger, you don't need that much, honestly. It's a little bit cheaper. We're going to aim for 750, maybe 800. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I can't really control how the rainbows work, right? But we're going to go for this. We're going to go for this. So we're going to do that. For cards, right? Let me go ahead and decide on that so you guys have a good reference to go off of. PvP train. You know what? I'll just reset this, right? The first one, I'm going to use my Keys on Black card. If you don't have this card, right? If you don't have it, you can obviously borrow it. And if you want your slot here to be something different, you can pick your own Super Creek, right? If you don't have a Super Creek, right? Because I think Keys on Black, like Keys on Black and Super Creek, kind of just busted, right? Literally the most broken thing in this game right now. That it's no competition. So you can either run a level your own Super Creek and Keen Sun Black, or vice versa. If you are missing one, right? I think if you have the special week card, it's pretty decent. Gives you a good amount of stats here. Let me actually double check the special week one. Special week over here is 456, right? 456. So it's not too bad if you have it maxed out. Let's see. The Tokai Teo one's pretty okay too. I like this one. Let's see. What events did it have again though? We double check here. Pace Chaser straightaways. Probably not this one. This one's pretty good though. Increased acceleration on the straight. I do like that one. Okay. So we're gonna pick these. I said I wanted to pick this one here so we get the late surger stuff. So that's our 3, right? This is purely for a skill card, not for stat seeking, but still, it's gonna be decent. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. I don't know. Super Creek might be able to solo. Might be able to solo my stamina, but I might want to pick another one just in case. Let's see here. Let's focus on a little bit more speed. So we have a choice here. I have a King Halo, and I have a Tosho Sweep. So the King Halo gives more stats. 572. The Tosho, I don't have it maxed out, so it gives 511. However, the Tosho gives really busted skills. And it also can give you Charming early. If you activate these events and you get Charming early, it's really good. If you get Charming early game, it's incredible because it's going to increase how fast you raise up your friendship. I can see why people like this card, because it's not just about the skills, right? It's not just about that. What really matters is what events happen, and that's why I really like the Haru card, but I don't have it maxed out yet, but still. So think about her events is, what is this one? It's Very Green Friends. You pick the top one for 7 for lucky 7s. For this one, right, when you ever get the event Premeditated Mischief, you pick the bottom one. The bottom one is going to lower your mood, but it's going to give you Lone Wolf, which is going to be an excellent skill to use in Champions Meet. Now, I'm not going to lie, everybody's going to be using it, but because you have it, you're going to stop someone else from using it, and it's 70 skill points. So with how much it provides for 70 skill points, it's worth buying it to not let someone else have it, or on the off chance you get it for yourself. So if you don't know how to get Lone Wolf fast, this is how you get it. This is how you get it on your Uma. It's like super quick. It's just you do this event, you pick the bottom option, your mood goes down, but you get Lone Wolf. It is 100% worth it. So I have to pick between either... I have to pick between either one of these, I feel like. Right? Unless I think that I don't need a second stamina card. Or probably could. Like we could pick Manhattan Cafe here. We can also pick McQueen. McQueen here is a pretty good stat stick. For stamina. Let's double check here. 567. My Manhattan Cafe has 573, so that's about equal, honestly. I think it really comes down to what skills they provide. So let's see what... Prepare the Pass. Like, this is a bunch of Pace Chaser stuff, right? Stuff that I'm not really going to be using that much, right? I don't know. We can double check. Hold on. We can double check what she has and the training event helper. Let's find out. Let's see if her skills, like if her events are actually something I would care about. Let's see here. We go to McQueen here. Let's check it out. Right. Cool. So we're gonna pick this one. We're gonna pick McQueen. Let's see, chain events. So it's 10 stamina, 1 mood, 10 stamina. And then she takes away your energy to gives you deep breath, which is good for long distance. I'm not a fan of it, man. Maintain my weight. This one's pretty good because it increases your maximum energy. It's not bad, but this one already does that. If you guys don't know, what's it? Naishi? Naishi? What is it? Naishi? Is it Bushi? I can't remember these names. Here she is. Over here, she actually gives you max energy already, right? Her event's really good. Max energy, plus 10 mood, or plus 10 energy, plus 1 mood. Second one gives you 20 energy, gives you home stretch haste, which is going to be good for a lot of characters. Unforeseen lunge gives you some energy. This one, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it. It gives you guts or target insight, whatever. So let's see if we want to pick the Manhattan Cafe over the special, over the McQueen. I'm sorry, over the McQueen. Because I might just do that. Let's see, Cafe. What does Cafe give? Cafe will give us Invitation of Rainy Day, plus energy, skill points, useful. Next one, energy, stamina, studious hint. I'm not sure how good this one is. Random events gives you more stamina or energy. Another random event gives you non-standard distance. Won't be useful for this race, but also gives you more stamina. So like the Manhattan Cafe one, I think I'm gonna use that one. Because I don't care that this one might technically have slightly more. It's gonna have better skills that I'm gonna need here, right? Unfortunately, even though we talked about it earlier, that I really like the Manhattan, the Top Gun card with all of its skills it has, Maya cannot use it because it's her own card, so it feels bad. But then again, the Maya Top Gun, it doesn't provide, I don't think the skills make up for the fact of like how low of a stamina it actually gives you in comparison to anything else. But it's still really good. I mean, if you don't have any other options, you can plug that in for a different character in your champions meet. Yeah, so I think I would run this. Is there any other speed card I can use here? I think that's it, right? Am I missing anything? Oh, I could use a special week card, but the special week card, I mean, no, it's free though. I mean, if you don't have any other options, you could use the special week card. It's also really, really good because it gives you Gourmand, right? So like if you're raising up a different character and you get Gourmand, one of the few broken ass skills in this game next to Swinging Maestro, because it actually works well. I would get her for that if you're making a pace chaser, which we will be doing that because in this doc we do want to have, it does recommend a Marinzinski pace chaser, but we might be a little bit more flexible with that. So hey, you can always plug that in too. But overall, I think I'm just gonna run the King Halo, and it kind of depends on what MLB you have it at. Right, what limit break you have it? Where's my King Halo at? Hello? There she is. It's so weird. So this is what I would probably run for your Top Gun. If you're going to make a late searcher Top Gun, make sure that you have plenty of sparks that are going to, you know, hopefully bump you to S. If you get Turf, that's cute too. That's still really good. If you don't get late surger to A rank, I think you'll be okay. You'll be perfectly fine. And yeah, this is what I would do. I will start this campaign, but I will do it off video. That's all for today. If you want to see me trying to make more Umas, I should be streaming like later today or something, or maybe it's either Monday or Friday. But yeah, please like, subscribe, algorithm stuff. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching at the very end. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I hope this was useful to you, and yeah, we'll get other Umas ready for Champions Meet, and I hope you guys do well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.